Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate.
Nobody anticipated the WNBA's recent spicy soap opera twist, but everyone is completely enamored. Enter Angel Reese, the queen of drama and rebounds, who is now receiving a reality check from Caitlin Clark, who has made it apparent that playing basketball alone is no longer sufficient. Not at all. There's much more to Caitlin than just the basket. She is aiming for both the shadow and the crown. And that's precisely why Caitlin meticulously built her physical empire during the off-season, my friends. Angel Reese, meantime, is having tantrums like it's her full-time job.
With that foul, Angel Reese overreacted, and she overreacted, in my opinion, because it was Caitlin Clark fouling. I didn't think it should have been a flagrant foul, frankly. It was a good, hard foul.
It was a common foul.
I thought common foul. And Angel Reese, calm down. Nobody got hurt. What are you doing? She doesn't want you to get the shot off. What would you like her to do?
She didn't hit you in the face. She didn't hit you in the face. She didn't push you in the lower back when you were in the air because you only jumped as high off the ground anyway. But he just came down and raked across her arms. That's a good, hey, I don't want to give up a layup or an and one.
Now, if you believe that basketball was only about shooting baskets and suffering ankle injuries, you are mistaken. It seems to involve tackling your opponent as if you were trying out for an NFL highlight reel. Considering that tackling isn't really a thing in basketball, Caitlin Clark made the shocking decision to crush Angel Reese. You know, the Angel Reese who has recently garnered more media attention for her attitude than her actual performance in games. And boy, did that attack start a conflagration. Hold on, though, it goes beyond the tackle. Oh no, the leaked cover mic audio that showed exactly what Angel had to say afterwards was what really ignited Twitter and sports blogs.
Do you have an issue with Angel Reese's reaction to Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul?
Yes, and I have an issue with the way she reacted. I have an issue with the way it's being handled by her, by the Chicago Sky, everybody involved. I have a problem with it being called a flagrant foul. It's a take foul. It's an understandable. First of all, like, can we give the whole picture? The only reason Angel gets the ball is because she shoves Aaliyah Boston in the back. And Caitlin sees that, and she's like, you know what? You're not getting a bucket off of that. I'm going to put you on the free throw line. And Angel acts as if, oh, wait a minute, you're getting your butt kicked. Let's settle down. You're getting your butt kicked right now. It was a take foul. You're going to the free throw line to shoot some free throws. Can we just...
Truly went over and beyond this time, disparaging Caitlin Clark as if it were a brilliant plan. Well done, Angel. Genuinely displaying those exceptional leadership abilities and Olympic-caliber sportsmanship attitudes. Because nothing says team player more than publicly tearing down your opponent immediately following a tackle that might go beyond the bounds of the rules when it comes to fostering togetherness and setting an example. Congratulations if you wanted to influence others and make friends. But you're on the fast track most likely in this section on how not to. There's nothing like a combination of dubious tackles and borderline slurs to improve the game.
In the world, the most jealous WNBA player in history. And I find it funny when you see this tweet here. Angel Reese karate chopping Caitlin Clark on a harsh foul. Caitlin Clark didn't even do anything. She just took it like a champ and worried about the next play. But over the weekend, when you see Caitlin Clark did a regular foul on Angel Reese, you get triggered. Like, what the hell? Like, you can't get it both ways.
Here's the worst part, though. This wasn't only a yell. No. Angel wasn't willing to overlook this. Oh, no. She made the decision that she was prepared to fight Caitlin like the WNBA had abruptly changed into the WWE if she was going to play rough. This isn't a cage fight, this is basketball. However, it seems that someone neglected to inform Angel. Thus, in addition to a tackle who violates the unspoken rules, there is now a full-fledged resentment match developing on the hardwood.
So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there is a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
With Angel Reese looking more like she's ready to throw hands than shoot baskets, who needs a halftime show. To be honest, it resembles a reality TV reunion show, minus the glamour and with more perspiration. The WNBA's diva, Angel Reese, ensures that everyone knows she's more than simply a player. She's a walking drama magnet. Additionally, Caitlin Clark, a poor girl who only wanted to play basketball, wound up getting into an unplanned wrestling match. You sense something about her. Who could have predicted that the WNBA would resemble a hybrid between March Madness and a fight in a high school cafeteria by 2025?
Hear anything outside of the run-of-the-mill booing. But the WNBA seems content to follow through with this ridiculous investigation. Who is the WNBA going to let control their pocket strings, their pocketbooks? Because it seems to me like the new fans are the ones that's funding this whole league now. I mean, we make up about 70% of the fans overall. Otherwise, yesterday's game would have been watched by about 400,000 people, maybe. It probably got watched by what? Upwards of 2 million? I mean, does the WNBA want to lose Caitlin Clark fans? Because I think as much as people want to support Caitlin Clark, at some point, enough will...
We should now discuss Angel's legacy. She has transformed from a mere rebounding machine to a foul-mouthed drama queen because nothing boosts your career more than having your frank, profanity-laced outburst exposed for everyone to analyze when your caustic comments and side-eyeing take center stage instead of your defense or dunks. You've made it. The best part is that this occurred in their season-opening match. That's correct, people. The league's gossip mill is already working overtime after we've barely received a tip. Angel seems to have made the decision to set the tone for 2025 by making it clear that she intends to dominate both vocally and emotionally. Put game metrics out of your mind. The number of foes you create in the first 5 minutes serves as the actual scoreboard. To be honest, it's easy to understand why Angel chose the words she did. It's reasonable to wonder what planet you two are playing on if Caitlin Clark is tackling you while you're playing basketball. Is this a new hybrid sport that no one agreed to? Or is it basketball or rugby? Angel's perplexity is understandable. If someone suddenly went full linebacker on the court, everyone would be wondering what the hell is going on.
That white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when they mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living, you know what, at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did, it would have never gotten to this.
However, Angel slipped into full reality TV diva mode rather than remaining composed and dismissing it like a professional athlete. As if someone had pressed the fast-forward button on her mood dial and pushed it straight to hostile, she was standing there 1 minute and nearly exploding with wrath the next. It seems as though the tackle was a personal jab that she couldn't tolerate in addition to being a physical play on the field. She launched into a verbal altercation that might have been lifted verbatim from a dramatic reunion episode of a reality show, instead of taking a deep breath, brushing it off, and concentrating on the next play like a seasoned expert. You really have to ask yourself if she was reacting to the tackle or if this had to do with something else. Because this wasn't the cool-headed, collected response you would anticipate from someone whose primary responsibility is to remain composed under duress. No, this was more akin to an extravagant camera meltdown. The kind that leaves you wondering if she's playing for the victory or just to create a fuss. The sort of response that shouts, "Observe me. Pay attention to what I'm doing," instead of saying, "I'm here to play ball."
What are we doing here? It's a basketball play. And to your point, it's now become the most inflammatory thing that's ever happened in basketball. What are we doing? Yeah. It's a simple and she said it's a simple basketball play, except obviously somebody gave her that line, can't take any more questions. I'm still hot afterward. I don't understand. Well, I do understand why it's become such a big deal. But if you're just asking me to diagnose and assess that play, it was a simple basketball play. You put that in the NBA, you think guys are getting up, getting ready to swing and fight?
Yeah.
It's similar to witnessing a soap drama play out in front of you, as she explodes into a tirade that is equal parts performance art and pure frustration. You half expect the music to start to change and the slow motion replay to start. Can you picture her teammates looking at each other again? It begs the issue of whether Angel is truly focused on the game or if he is only promoting the reality star persona, where drama is the currency and winning is secondary, even though the audience either applauds for the show or cringes at the needless interruption. Fans ultimately want to witness professionalism, tenacity, and grit, characteristics that set exceptional athletes apart. However, Angel's furious response serves as a reminder that occasionally the drama that takes place immediately next to the scoreboard garners more attention than the scoreboard itself. It's up to her whether that helps or hinders her game. But there's no denying that the post-tackle moment involved more than just football. It was a memorable Angel unfiltered episode. Furthermore, it made everyone question what kind of show she is actually here to star in.
Man, this whole Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark thing is out of control, man. It's out of control. There's just like this weird, fabricated rivalry. Now, there was a rivalry in college. LSU, you know, that thing, whatever the hell that shit is. There was a rivalry. And it was because both teams were on par with each other. But Caitlin Clark has stepped up her game to such an extent, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just like the quality of basketball coming from her is amazing, where Angel Reese is still stuck in LSU.
Hold off on applauding if you are already in a hurry to defend Angel. I understand. It is startling to be attacked unexpectedly. Being abruptly tackled is no laughing matter. Just the shock has the power to cause mental confusion, adrenaline rushes, and a fight-or-flight reaction. Therefore, it's true that anyone in Angel's position could react defensively or angrily at first. However, the immediate reaction is not the issue. It's the next step. Angel decided to escalate rather than calm down or leave. She didn't simply make a sudden appearance. It was like witnessing a professional demolition crew in operation as she unleashed a torrent of verbal grenades, destroying walls, destroying fences, and threatening to turn everything into ruins. She then doubled down by threatening a fight, as if that weren't enough. Not an informal altercation or a warning. Instead, Angel engaged in a full-on street fight as if she were preparing for a rough and tumble, no-rules altercation in a dim alley. When someone takes a conflicting moment and transforms it into a scenario fit for an action film, complete with raised fists, loud voices, and tension thick enough to pierce with a knife, it almost seems unreal. The fact that Angel had to be restrained physically raises even more questions about this. Not only to avoid a brawl, but also to control the intensity of her tirade. According to how people discuss it, she seemed to be rehearsing her TikTok kung fu routines, strike positions, intense facial expressions, and theatrical gestures, all of which were expertly organized for maximum viral impact.
Had to save Angel Reese from ending her career. This is a still shot. After the foul that Caitlin Clark put on Angel Reese tried to hit her. But if it wasn't for Aaliyah Boston putting her arms in the way, Angel Reese would not be playing basketball anymore, because she was gonna sucker punch Caitlin Clark. Now you tell me a time when you've seen somebody get fouled on a basketball court in a professional league where they tried to almost sucker punch somebody that they were friends with because of a hard foul. I've seen LeBron James get fouled by Dwayne Wade, and they're buddies, but it was a hard foul. LeBron didn't get up and try to smack him upside the head or hit him in the face from behind, but that's what Angel Reese did to Caitlin Clark.
As she walks back and forth, poised to throw down with the kind of fury that typically belongs on reality TV or an online confrontation, you can practically see the cameras rolling in the background. Being shocked or provoked is hardly a justification for such a spectacular loss of control. We can all relate to the human aspect of responding to an unexpected attack, but self-control is what distinguishes a sensible reaction from a careless one. You've gone beyond justifiable defense into something far more problematic when you begin verbally attacking someone, threatening bodily harm, and essentially transforming a hot moment into a full-on spectacle. In summary, Angel's response was more of a full-throttle overreaction on parade and less of an understandable human snap. And to those who are supporting her, it's important to consider whether surprise justifies being a menacing, talking, walking meme. Because, in my opinion, Angel didn't simply lose it. She made the decision to turn it into a show, replete with fists raised and verbal fireworks. Hold your praise, then, as what we witnessed lacked both strength and a valid defense. Everyone was left wondering who was actually in charge of this situation due to the exaggerated response.